What is up, guys? Welcome back into the channel. If you are new, thank you for stopping in. We are up in the big shop again today. I'm actually working on a Ford today. We're going to be swapping the rear axle out. It's my buddy JD's. It actually blew out on him, so my other buddy Trevor had one, so we're basically just going to swap it over. Hopefully everything goes smooth. Unloading the truck got a little wild. Ended up breaking 2 taillights. No one got hurt, so hey, if that's the worst that's going to happen tonight, I can live with that. But that's JD, Trevor, Shaylin. Yeah, this is the Ford, so we're just gonna go ahead and dive on into this and get started. So guys, here's the truck. Sorry the battery died on that last clip, but this is JD, this is his truck. I'll kind of let him explain what year it is, what exactly happened to the rear axle here, and all that fun stuff. So, JD, take it over.
Well, it's a 1996 Ford F-250 with 7.3 in it. I driving down the road one day, and next thing you know, it's locked up. Scared the living crap out of me.
Yeah, so guys, he already went ahead and pulled the axle shafts and stuff out of it, drive shafts off, wheels and stuff are off already. We just basically disconnect the U-bolts, rear shock, brake line, and hopefully we'll be able to drop this thing down. It's going to be interesting because our jack stands don't go up very high, so we're going to have to kind of come up with an idea of where to mount them underneath the frame somewhere so it will hold the truck up. But no, we're going to go ahead and get started, get all this stuff taken apart, and we'll bring you guys back here shortly. Okay guys, so we're underneath the truck here. Everything is loose. Brake cable is loose, ABS is loose. We're gonna pop this rear cover off because like JD said, it locked up on them. So I don't know if there's gonna be broken metal in here or what, but we're about to find out. So let's pop these off and
You want to try a smaller one, prop it open, and then...
Yeah, grab me a hammer though too. Oh, maybe. Nope, there we go. We're good. Oh, that didn't sound good. Oh, no. Oh yeah, right there. She's got some metal chunks taken out of her. Oh, yep.
Right there's some metal chunks.
I see.
Can you see some sparkles? Oh, you see full.
Yeah, you can see it.
Full chunks.
Yeah, you can see it. I don't know what else fell down in there.
Uh-oh, Raggy.
There's metal. There's more metal. Here's more metal. There's more.
Good thing you're getting the rear end, buddy. Yeah, no kidding.
You hear it? Yeah, she's toast. Okay,
yeah,
well.
That's a shade milky in there too.
Yeah, that's all that different color. Like when you wipe it like that, that's the metal shavings.
Yep.
So.
All right, bring your hands out here and we'll put them in the light so you can see the real good metal flakes in it.
So if I wipe my finger like that, you can see it. It's just, and especially along the bottom of it here, you can see it real. So, good thing we got a new one coming in, or going in. So guys, we got the new rear axle in here. Basically what we did is just backed Trevor's truck up and shuffled it through the door. Used the big jack and then the little half-ton jack and put it underneath the tires and just slid it underneath the truck. Next thing we got to do is pull our jack stands out, lower it back down, or lower the axle up, whichever one we want to do. Throw our lift blocks and all that back in there, the overload spring, and then throw our bolts and our what am I looking for? Word. U-bolts. Yes, U-bolts back in there, and be able to lower the truck back down. Then we can tighten everything back up when it's back on the ground. So stay tuned.
All right.
Well, we decided to take the wheel off and found out that there wasn't a hub or a drum.
And then also on this, this axle, where the leaf springs mount up, the plates are a little bit narrower than what's on JD's truck. So what we're gonna end up doing is we thought about it, and some guys probably would have just, because I mean it's like maybe like a half a hole, if not just a little bit more. A lot of the guys would just have taken and drilled another hole. Actually, it's the piece over there. Would have drilled another hole next to it and then just kicked it over a little bit. But then the bad thing about that is your leaf spring is just gonna be sitting, it's gonna be like half of it. I told JD I don't trust that. So what we're gonna do is cut off these welds. We'll get our measurement from hole on the bottom of the leaf spring, or the pin on the bottom of the leaf spring, and then we can measure across the axle here and then just kind of scoot it over to where we think it's gonna be. I'll tack it in a couple spots, and then use the tractor, take it down, put a nice couple beads on here with the stick welder. So guys, this is day 2 of Project Fix JD's truck. So we went to O'Reilly to get some brake parts, and obviously this is a Dana 80. So we have all that stuff on order. We got to pick it up. So we got new wheel cylinders, the whole spring kit, shoes, drums, everything. He's got the old shock here that came off of the truck that we have to compare sizes, because we believe this is a 6-inch lift kit on this truck. So we're gonna look at seeing what prices of shocks are there. And then Trevor is currently drilling out one of the shock mounts, or the hardware on it over here. As if you can see up in there, right there, those are riveted on there. And what we're doing is, it's so corroded on the back side, is we are drilling and taking a big punch, sticking in there and just beating them out. Then the new one, wherever it's at right here, it comes with grade 8 bolts that we will stick through and then just tighten it down. So that makes it nice when you, obviously something like this breaks, so you don't have to try and rivet it back on, because I'm pretty sure those are stamped on. But no, we'll get that changed. We'll run back to town, grab all our brake stuff, and then hopefully just continue. Just want to give you guys a quick update here. So we went to O'Reilly, got all our parts and stuff. They ended up giving us 6-lug drums instead of the 8-lug. So JD actually had to go back and get the 8-lug drums. He's there now. And then I think he said they won't be until tomorrow. So we're probably just going to finish this video up in 3 days. But we got that plate over there cut off, and I got it moved over to where I think it needs to be. Obviously the axle's got to be shifted over just a little bit. When he gets here, I'll have my girlfriend Jackie the rear axle up. JD and I will kind of balance it, and then we can kind of check the fitment, and then I can just take the stick welder and weld that puppy solid on there just like the factory was. But no, it's going good. Definitely a dirty, messy job, but no, we went ahead and bought or he bought all new springs and shoes and everything for the back of this, so he knows it's ready to go. All we need is the drum for this side. We got to put that side together, and then that's basically it. Just button everything back up. So well, I guess we'll just see you tomorrow then. What is up, guys? Welcome back to day 3 of Power Stroke rear axle swap. Actually, it's been a few days. The guys had to go back to work and stuff, so Jimmy and I are actually going to be finishing it up. So what we did there is the truck was way too high on those jack stands, so we lowered our big jack stands down a little bit so we're not raising the axle as high, allow us to actually be able to do this now. What we're going to do is slide the rear axle underneath there now, take the big jack, lift it up, use the little jack stands, which are there and right there, and slide it underneath so the axle doesn't fall on us. We'll get everything, our lift blocks and everything put in, U-joint or U-bolts, get everything tightened back down, and hopefully then we'll be able to lift the whole truck back up, throw his wheels and stuff back on it, and we'll be set. So we'll see how this goes, and stay tuned, guys, to see the finished product. So we just finished up bolting everything up, guys. As you can tell from that time lapse there, we actually lowered the truck down instead of trying to raise the axle up. That was Jimmy's idea, one of the bright ideas he does have. But no, I'm just kidding. So what we end up doing is we slid that jack underneath there, lowered it down so we're not lifting the axle all the way up, because this is a Data 80. It's a really heavy axle. Everything went in fairly smooth, I would say. Didn't have really any problems. JD did get all new brakes, shoes, drum, all that in here. Both sides, we got everything buttoned up. He's got to get new shocks, I know that. And then we just texted him. I was going to get ready to bolt up the rear of the drive shaft, and one of the caps that goes on the U-joint back there, it just fell off. The bearings on the inside of it, they weren't there anymore. So we texted him and told him that. So once he gets that, we can bolt up the rear of the drive shaft. We can throw, I tried to do the brakes, but the one brake line it's already kind of rounded off. So we need to just take a vice grips or something to it. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about down here. This brake cable here, if you can see where I'm pointing with my finger, this one right here that comes off the main line goes to the left wheel here. It's rounded off. So he's either probably gonna have to get a new line and just run it there, or hopefully get it broken free. But other than that, like I said, we got everything bolted up. The new shock bracket's in up here. Don't mind that little rust hole, just ignore it's there. But no, I think it's ready to go, other than the drive shaft and throwing the wheels back on it. So this project, guys, it probably took us, I say all together, if you had a full day to do it, you could probably knock a lot of it out. What killed us is when we went to go get the brakes, we got the hardware the first time, but they gave us the wrong drum. They gave us a drum for like the Dana 40s or whatever. I think those are the 6 lugs off of like the Jeeps and stuff. So we had to go back and get new drums, which is the 8 lug drum. So I think we ended up going to the parts store 3 or 4 times in one day, which kind of killed us. So like I said, if you have all your parts that you need, you can pretty much just attack this and get it done. I'd say if you, like I said, if you spend a solid, probably 10-hour day on it, disassembling everything, you'd probably get a lot of it done. Even if you start soaking your bolts and stuff, your nuts, brake lines, all that hardware, and PB blaster maybe the day or 2 before to kind of help loosen everything up, I think you could definitely get this done in, like I said, a solid day or 2. But no, I appreciate all the help we had from JD, Jimmy, Trevor. I know JD is probably going to be excited to get this thing back on the road. Like I said, he just needs to get that U-joint, get that rear drive shaft bolted back up. We'll throw the wheels on it, and he should be ready to rock and roll. So guys, I hope you guys like this little build going on here. There's definitely going to be a part 2 just because we haven't finished it up. There's a lot we got to do yet, like finish the brake lines. Found out that the U-joint has to be replaced. I think I talked about that in the last clip, but it's been a few hours since we've taken that clip. But anyway, this is going to basically be it for part 1 of the Dana 80 OBS Ford swap. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. This was a fun swap. Stay tuned for part 2 when we get it all finished up. But remember guys, the only thing I do, if you're running on the love, smash that subscribe button, hit the bell to notifications so you know every time I upload. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.